Okay, there we go. We should be live now. Here we go. Over here on YouTube. Just got done watching the Bristol All-Star Open, and there's going to be a lot to talk about. Definitely going to need to talk about some of this in the full race review coming later tonight, but just going to start talking about this while we're on the live stream. Kind of wait for some people to kind of get in here. Just going to be doing the live stream in between the All-Star Open and race. I don't have the full lighting set up at the moment, so apologies for that one. But let's just go over real quickly the guys got in. You had Eric Almirola get in. You had William Byron, Stage 2 winner, got in. Matt DiBenedetto wins the final stage of the race, and he gets in. And Clint Bowyer wins the fan vote overall, actually beating out Bubba, which I didn't think anyone was going to have a shot at doing. I guess everybody loves the drunk redneck more than Bubba, but I mean, hey, it went as intended. Had a few incidents, especially early on in the race. You had the incident between Bubba Wallace and McDowell. As I said, that one I'm gonna have to wait and hear more. McDowell's response from that. They haven't given the interview yet, and I wanted to at least get this stream in because it was not a whole lot of time between the two races, because there isn't as much fanfare as usual, because clearly there isn't a party on the infield like there would normally be at Charlotte. There's probably going to be a somewhat subdued in between, if I had to take a guess, but yeah, so you had Mike McDowell with that incident. Then you had, him and then you had him getting into Priest, which ended up also turning John Hunter Nemechek around. I'm sure that was also his fault. Yeah, just a little annoyed with everybody kind of immediately blaming 100% that was intentional. That all that was intentional. I definitely think that I think it was a mistake for sure. Intentional, as I said, I think waiting to see the response afterwards is going to be the bigger key there. But it is what it is. Almirola, though, glad to see him get through. William Byron getting through, kind of making up for not having won a race yet a little bit, at least in terms of this night. Now, of course, if he can go on to win that All-Star race, it'll really help cure not having won a points-paying race. Then you've got Clint Bowyer getting another shot at it, and Matt DiBenedetto getting his first shot at it. So a lot of guys kind of with early opportunities here. Just kind of doing a quick run through. You had Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon, kind of rounding out some of the other guys that were close but just couldn't get there. I still don't really know how I feel about the whole numbers shifted back. I don't mind it for a all-star type event that's supposed to be different. For that being the actual format that they're sticking with forever, then I'm a little bit more hesitant to say that, yeah, it's worth changing, because really I don't see much of a reason to change it except for literally changing stuff for change's sake at this point. And to be honest, to me, that isn't a big enough reason to make a change for it. So we got Truex on the pole for the race here in a little bit. Justin Haley, Cole Custer got in with his performance just the other day. Can't seem to find the All-Star race lineup anymore, but yeah, Justin Haley, he'll be starting in the top 4. Custer's win last week gets him into this All-Star race, as I mentioned. A lot of winners. I think Truex is going to be a formidable force at the front. The choose cone, because that's something that came into play, that really helped, I think, Ty Dillon in particular gain some, I'm going to say, artificial track position. Of course, strategy, when they add another strategy element, if someone's able to take advantage of it, that's how it goes, and hey, you're able to take advantage of it and gain some spots off of it. Um, but yeah, I actually quite liked it because it did give an alternative option to guys who would normally be stuck on, say, the outside lane or inside lane on the restart when they really want to be in the other lane, or for someone further back in the pack to gain some spots by taking a slight disadvantage to move up 3, 4, 5 rows. Again, I think it would have to be a case-by-case scenario, like, for example, maybe introducing this at something like Charlotte and or Darlington, but maybe not at a place like Daytona, Talladega, even though I think that would be a fairly boring one where they would literally just, where you'd see everybody just kind of select inside-outside to try and get as far forward as possible. But at some of the more one-groove style tracks like a Martinsville, I could see that being a pretty good option because then you have the choice, okay, go to the inside or try and make the outside lane work. But, of course, if you try and make the outside lane work and you don't, and you end up falling back a ton of spots. So, with the choose cone and a lot of these rules, it's like, they seem really good for all-star ideas. Whether I think they should actually become full-on rules for the regular season, hard to say. But yeah, so that's a lot of the kind of the initial breakdown of the All-Star Open. Looking forward to the All-Star race. My pick probably would be Truex, because I think holding on to the lead has just been fairly easy. Now, of course, the problem is what's someone going to do after all these laps to try and get that lead away. Because, of course, that $1 million is out there. Of course, you've got the Keselowski-Johnson drama, which they're both already locked in, of course, because they both... Actually, I think Jimmy's locked in, because I don't remember seeing him in the Open, but I was just thinking, because he hasn't won a race in a few years, but I think all the Cup champions are locked in as well. I think that might be where Johnson got his locked-in spot from. So any Cup champion locked in as well. I guess that would be how Kenseth got in as well, because he hasn't won a race since the same year that Johnson did. So, yeah, I would definitely say, though, that was the that's going to be one of the bigger dramas to look at going into this race, because nothing's going to escalate from the Bubba McDowell thing, because neither one are in. I hope that they can settle this between the two of them peacefully afterwards, but I mean, in the end, it's racing. Whatever happens is going to happen. And yeah, so that's most of the race breakdown. Just trying to see if I can find the starting lineup for the actual All-Star race. I think it's kind of cool to see Justin Haley in. It feels kind of weird to think that he's in, even though he's never competed. He hasn't been a NASCAR rookie even yet. Like, his win came as a part-time competitor in his second Cup start. But hey, he won a Cup race, so I mean, I guess if that's who Spire wants to put in the car, that's who Spire wants to put in the car. It's supposedly a fully backed Chip Ganassi car, so I think that means he's... I've heard anywhere from this is the same deal Chastain gets to... this is actually a better car than what Chastain gets when he's in that 77 car. I don't really know which way that's going to fall, but starting fourth, he could really make some moves and make some noise up there at the front. If Justin Haley ends up winning the All-Star race and the $1 million as well without being a full-time Cup competitor, it might be better if he just never goes to Cup full-time. If he can just keep winning Cup races as a not series regular and notching $1 million trophies as well. But yeah, so Kyle Busch, this could definitely be a track to try and turn around some of that momentum. Problem is, he really isn't going to be able to build into much, because the next track coming up is Texas, and while he's been okay at Texas, and especially on years when he's been great, he's been good at Texas, I don't think Texas is one of his better tracks, so I think Texas is going to be a big struggle for Kyle. So unfortunately, a track that would normally be a great momentum builder in Bristol, is going to follow into a really rough track at Texas for him. And even Michigan's not usually much better for him the next 2 races, I believe. No, he has Kansas actually up next. So, Texas, then Kansas. So, Kansas would definitely be a spot I would look at as a potential momentum builder. But then again, you also then have New Hampshire right after that, which is also a traditionally not Kyle Busch track, into the Michigan doubleheader, into the Daytona road course. So I'd say, really, I don't really see an opportunity for him to really gain momentum until the playoffs start at, say, Richmond-Bristol combo. Then you lead into Las Vegas, where where it's his home track, but he really isn't that great there. Talladega, he's never really been great there. Roval, who knows? So yeah, I don't see a place where Kyle can really turn this season around. But let's see. Also, feel free to ask any questions if you guys either missed anything or have any comments on what happened in the beginning of this race, because if not, I'm probably going to just turn off the stream here pretty soon to make sure I'm back up and able to watch the finish of this thing. Let's see. Trying to just see if I can pull up the video feed, but yeah, so it looks like that might be all I'm able to pull up, at least right now on the race. So yeah, so just kind of concluding the video, the kind of the way it was. Eric Almirola, William Byron, Matt DiBenedetto earned their tickets in. Bowyer gets his ticket punched through the fan vote as he was the overall winner over Bubba Wallace, which was a big surprise to me. And other than that, I think that's everything. So if you guys are interested in the All-Star race, feel free to check out my race review coming either tonight or tomorrow morning about the All-Star race, just coming up, basically depending on how long it takes to record and edit. But yeah, I'll be doing a race review though, so I need to get back up there so I can actually watch the race. And thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, live stream, or whatever you decide to do, or the rest of your night. Preferably watch the Bristol All-Star race so you guys know what I'm talking about in my next video, but I'll see you guys later. Bye!